Good afternoon, my friends. This is the Grim Flayer. Hope you're doing very well today. Back here for another Modern League, another Modern Co-Play Donation League to be exact. And we're here again with Connor, one of the very most generous supporters, super cool guy. Connor really helped me get over the line to the extent that we did last time with an Asmore food deck with Hell's Kitchen. And now we are playing an Abzan Smallpox deck. It is Orzhov Pox in the main deck. We've just got kind of a micro splash for green with Indatha Triome to make these prismatic endings better, and then a couple green sideboard cards as well. So Connor, how you doing today, my friend? And why don't you tell the audience, before we break this deck down for them, what we almost played and why we are no longer going to do so?
Right. So, hello everyone. I'm doing okay today. I have the day off, but we were intending to play a green-red kind of delirium aggro list that I had found that had 5-0'd a couple of times maybe a few weeks ago. And earlier today, I rented the deck and ran it through a league just to see if I could have some more things to talk about when we played later today. And that league went terribly. To be more
man.
Yeah, to be more specific about how it went, it just the deck never felt strong, and it didn't feel it didn't feel like it could compete ever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
um,
A pretty good sign about the overall standing. Because, we have variants and we have bad matchups, and we can say, ooh, maybe if we plugged this gap with that tech, we could be really getting somewhere. But if your deck just feels kind of like outclassed all the time, probably barking up the wrong tree, right?
yeah, I mean, I started off poor, losing the living end, but I was like, okay, that's a tier deck. I can lose the living end and not feel bad about it. Won the next game in a tight one, but then my last three matches, I should say, the deck just it lost to Boomer Jund, it lost to old school Boros Burn, it lost to Is It Prowess that was running some like budget cards. It was
Oh, man.
um yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and those are all real decks, right? But if you look at decks like that are not quite part of the top tier any longer, and you say that they all kind of feel like bad matchups, maybe they all a little bit outclass us, and also Living End, yeah, that's just a straight up bad matchup, I assume. But yeah, so Connor taking one for the team, I suppose. We didn't ask him to do this, but he got the urge, and maybe he avoided a shared fate just like that for us with this donation league, and indeed for the viewers. So on to what we really are here to talk about, the deck we're about to play. This is another 5-0 list that Connor found. This is from yesterday. By the time this league is out, maybe from a few days ago, but either way, it is from yesterday. Like I said, it's an Abzan Pox league. Technically, it's an Orzhov Pox league in most ways, and our league deck, that's what we're trying to say, an Orzhov Pox deck. And when he first asked me what I thought about the archetype, I said, well, I don't mind it, but I actually think that traditional Dead Guile, traditional Abzan got a lot of boost in MH2, and I didn't see that those cards fit with the already kind of fringe and modern Smallpox strategy all that well. But then Connor says, well, I asked because I found this list, and I looked at the list and said, well, maybe I stand corrected, at least I hope I do, because it actually looks like a very synergistic way to update Pox to the post-MH2 meta, and we are trusting the process, as Connor said right before we started this, and making no changes to the main deck and very minimal changes to the sideboard. The only card that was in here that is now gone is Core Firewalker ×3. Now, I do acknowledge that Burn is probably a pretty bad matchup, and we're going to be punished if we run into Burn after having cut a trio of these guys, but we don't have white sources anywhere near enough to cast white consistently on curve, because we're a deck that needs to really cast black consistently on curve to execute the main plan, right? And so to that end, I was like, this card's pretty narrow. It's not as much of a haymaker as it would be in a meta that was more clearly soft to it. And on top of that, we can't cast it consistently, so we changed it to 1 Collective Brutality and 2 copies of Sanctifier on Vec. Now, she's also just as hard to cast as Firewalker, I understand that, but she's more of a haymaker and also more broadly useful in the open meta, although not quite as good against burn, of course, as Firewalker would be. But, Brutality, I still really like the first copy a lot, so this will come in where Firewalker would, and then plenty of other use cases beyond that. Other than that, we're just running it through exactly as you see it, so you guys probably know that Urborg and Flagstones and Smallpox on turn 2, that is the nut draw. Urborg's fixing allows us to cast Smallpox in the first place, then we'll sack our Flagstones, and we won't go down on a land. We'll get to go tutor a plains when the Flagstones hits the graveyard, and if we're already creatureless while the opponent has a creature to lose, so much the better. On top of that, we can bin cards like Lingering Souls, Nether Spirit, Timeless Dragon, or, interaction that we don't think is going to line up in a particular matchup. Even Cling to Dust has Escape. We have so many ways to really break the symmetry of Smallpox and really abuse it. We've just got good black-based interaction all around. Inquisition's Thoughtseize is 3 copies of Dam, which is amazing, especially in our low creature count, and with the recursiveness of Nether Spirit and the army in a can of Lingering Souls. And we're also going to win the game a lot of the time with Planeswalkers. Kaya's ult, I suspect, just from looking at the list, is going to be a finisher a good amount of the time. We've got the big late-game inevitability of a card like Timeless Dragon. We've also got Prismatic Ending, which again is made better by the micro green splash and otherwise is just a very, very powerful card. We're operating almost completely at sorcery speed, worth noting, with our interaction. That could bite us, but we've got very powerful cards. And Vindicate kind of knits it all together because it's a very powerful, flexible card, but also lets us really double down on the Smallpox plan. Painful Truths to draw a few cards at the right time, and that is what the main deck looks like. In the sideboard, we talked about Cobru and Sanctifier taking the place of Firewalker. We've also got an enormous amount of hate for all of these artifact-based decks that are everywhere. Stony Silence times 1, Kataki times 2, 2 copies of Fragmentize, which I did question a little bit, but looking at our high curve, I suspect that the 5-0 pilot was just looking for something really efficient to do turn 1 or to double spell sometimes and let the late game cards carry you, not necessarily opting for as many high curve haymakers for the sideboard slots. 2 copies of Void Mirror to beat those Cascade decks, as well as good against Tron. And then Kaya's Guile, we all know how good and how flexible this card is. A copy of Toski, Bearer of Secrets. I think, strangely, this card actually makes our clock a little bit better. And it's good in the removal-based matchups. It's good in mid-range mirrors against control, that type of thing. And Crime and Punishment, our pseudo-EE that also especially shines, against Urza's Saga. Bit of a tongue twister there, but that is the deck as I see it. Connor, anything you would like to focus in on or elaborate upon that I didn't quite cover there to your liking? And anything else you'd like to say before we get into it?
No, I think you said it perfectly. I will just say that I am super excited to play a deck and hopefully 5-0 with a deck that plays Kaya because I love that card.
Kaya, you're a Kaya stan. Well, we have Kaya and we have her Guile, and believe me, I share your wish for the 5-0, so let's get after it, my friend. Thank you again for your support, for submitting such a cool list, and thank you out there for watching. As always, we have to thank all Patreon supporters. Truly appreciate you guys. You make it all possible, and let's pox them out. Let's have a good time with a very fair-ish, grindy mid-range deck that we all know and love. Let's get into it. We did win the die roll. We lost the find a land in your opening hand stakes. Look at this awesome hand. Back it goes.
So many things to do. Ooh.
Oh, God.
Okay.
We are probably supposed to mull to 5, unless you think that, like, the triple ending is just good enough if we take the high risk play of, like, can we draw land?
So what? Okay, so let's think about this. We go turn 1 flagstones, turn 2 second flagstones, sack it, trigger, get a Triome.
Yep, it's just real slow, but like
real slow. I would be comfortable going to 5, but if you want to try this too.
I don't know. Um, the Triome is a good, interesting point. We probably go to 5 though. All
Wow.
right. I mean, I guess we keep. We got to keep at least one Inquisition. We probably bottom like
Lingering Souls?
sure. And do we give up the Pox plan, or do we maybe play with only one Inquisition here?
Yeah, I think just one Inquisition.
All right, yeah. Try to play for the high upsides that the 5-lander provides us. Let's see if we're rewarded.
Enchantress.
Okay, we're against Enchantress. I haven't actually played against this deck.
I haven't either.
So we're going to have to do some card reading. Destiny Spinner. Harvest's Hand. This might be the card we have to take. And then Auramancy. Yeah. I think we take the Harvest Hand, because even if we have a Smallpox, turn 3 is the earliest that'll happen. We'll still tag a creature with it. This card lets them outgrind us, so we cannot answer much, though. Once Auramancy gets going, we'll have to point it at that and hope they don't draw another one, I guess. But
yeah,
we are in some trouble, I would say, with this matchup in general, especially on a multi-5.
Not where we want to be. I mean, we do have a lot of Vindicates and Prismatic Endings, so maybe we can...
Hey, there it is.
So I think we're just plane cycling this turn.
Yeah, end step plane cycle, pass, or pass and then end step plane cycle, rather.
Yeah, this isn't one of those weird ones where you have to do it at sorcery speed, right?
No, we've still got it. It's still highlighted as an action we can take.
Perfect.
So will we?
No, I'm thinking of transmute.
Yes, that is definitely. Ooh, okay. Well, we can just vindicate that and get a true 2-for-1.
Okay.
But let's just see what we draw.
So this goes to hand.
It goes to hand. We probably need Godless Shrine then.
Yeah.
Smallpox, very tempting as well. If we draw like an Inquisition, that'd be... Nah, it still doesn't let us cast because we need triple black. Okay, we draw Swamp anyway. So, I think, I think we should Vindicate this land, because it is a true 2-for-1. It slows them down the most, and then we can try to Smallpox a creature on a subsequent turn.
That works.
I think I'm going to Conceal Info by Shocking In, although I don't know how much our life total matters, so maybe...
They're pretty slow. I think we can afford it.
All right.
Let me see if I can pull up a...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Enchantress list. This is new to me. Okay, so they might be on Blood Moon. It's a good thing to know.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like their win condition is a Sigil of the Empty Throne.
Gotcha. All right, so we draw Lingering Souls, so that means we probably Smallpox and flash it back.
Yeah, because we're going to get the land off of the Flagstones.
Yep, we can dump out our whole hand. Seems good. And now we can get the Triome to make our stuff better, but maybe we should leave it in the deck for cycling purposes. I don't know.
I think we're fine getting it.
Yeah, with clearing, I guess we're supposed to get it.
And then we can eternalize the Timeless Dragon
Yep.
next turn.
So you know what? For the Mull to 5, we're actually doing pretty darn well here.
Yeah. Opponent is on 1 land.
Oh man. Vindicate. Okay, They don't even make us do it. Let's go. The Smallpox plan vindicated. No pun intended. All right,
That was fun.
sick. That was cool. Fragmentize, definitely. And from your looking at the lists, are we supposed to play Punishment here, trying to get a big X for 1?
Let's see. They play a lot of enchantments at a lot of different mana values. Gosh.
Yeah, so maybe, I mean, I still think it's pretty good against like the Greater Oromancy plan. We only have to have X equal 2, cast it on turn 4 for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So I think we can get into this, and in this deck we can, because we are an Absent deck, we can play Crime. We can actually take one of their enchantments that we destroy,
Yes.
or a creature, onto the battlefield. So that's kind of cool.
What do you feel about the squirrel?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I don't know, but it's definitely something that occurred to me.
I feel like if they're going to be drawing all these cards off of these Enchantress effects, I feel like we need something to leverage that.
You're probably right about that. I'm trying to pull up a list here quick myself on my phone. Yeah,
You got a minute and 30, so...
Yeah, we got time. This is one of those that's been around a lot. I just have managed to not face. We got to think about what we want to come
Lily's probably not, like, stellar. They don't have many creatures, and they're going to be drawing a lot of extra cards that maybe...
I was wondering if she is actually kind of good, because, like, their creatures are important to answer, and sometimes they'll have Shroud, right?
That's a good point.
But that still doesn't really solve our question of what to cut. Maybe we cut, like, a dam.
Yeah, Cling to Dust is possible, too, I guess.
Yeah, good call. I can cut both Clings easily enough here, I think. And... I don't know if we ever trim the one of Nether Spirit. Seems kind of bad here.
Yeah.
It's kind of a free roll, but I'll trim it. Whatever, we got to do something. And then maybe a slow card like a Souls.
Yeah.
Not at all confident that's correct, but I also wonder if Kaya's Guile... again, I'm probably giving their Shroud stuff too much respect, right? But that's just another thought. This looks like a great keep, though.
Yeah, it does. I'm trying to see what they have that gives them Shroud. Okay, so they have... They probably can have up to 8 of that effect.
Okay. Ooh, we
Not
draw
saying that they do,
Flagstones,
but...
so if we have Smallpox off the top, that'll be hype.
Yes.
For now, do we Inquisition or do we Fragmentize the Sprawl? We probably Inquisition.
I think Inquisition, because if they're going to have a turn to Enchantress or something like that, and yeah, they would have.
Yeah, so we got to take her probably. This card's good. But
yes.
Yeah, I still think we take... Well... I still think we take her, because otherwise they're going to draw a card next turn, because they're ramping.
Yes.
Alright, cool. If they hadn't ramped, we would have probably taken the Sterling Grove, let them play her, dam her away, and then take it from there.
Right.
Alright, so Fragmentize answers Grove, so the floor of our turn is kind of like Fragmentize and Inquisition, which is pretty awesome.
We want them to tap out here so they can't get value off the Sterling Grove. Perfect.
Indeed. All right. So, yeah, I'm just deciding which land to play. I guess just getting the flagstones down makes a fair amount of sense, right?
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
All right, they have 2 lands in hand. We have done our depleting work very well already, but one of them is Hall of Heliod's Generosity, which is actually pretty annoying.
Yeah. They're gonna spend mana to use that right here. No,
Ooh.
prefix. So this can get them 3 enchantments from the top 6.
Oh my god.
I know that I played an enchantment style deck in Pauper.
Jeez, that is insane. So they get Sithis, Sigil, and Grove.
Perfect.
Wow. Okay, never mind all of our depletion. They don't even take this card because they can't. And we are drawn lands, so...
So you could, yeah. What I was going to say is you could plain cycle main phase, get the Triome to hand, play it, but
that's fair.
It's not. It's really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but no, that's a fair call. So are they going to get this down? Probably. Or maybe they try to set up to protect it. I don't know. They're going to just value the draw. That makes sense too.
Yeah, always put that Enchantress first, right?
Yep.
She's an enchantment creature herself.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Dam gets around.
Yeah, sure does.
That. Ooh, there we go.
Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Kruffix is in such a beating, though.
Yeah.
That makes me really think you might have been right about Liliana. Then again, she's better on the play, so we'll have to maybe go back to the drawing board a bit. But
yeah,
the
the Trufix's Insight is not. I don't know if it's a standard include.
Could be sideboard tech against decks like ours.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? I maybe should have considered Blood Moon. Considered Blood Moon and gotten the planes, but doesn't look like they're gonna be on a Blood Moon plan here.
Yeah, they haven't shown us any red at all.
Right.
Not like they've had to, but...
Yep, agreed though. Alright, so if they just kind of tap mostly out for a sigil and we rip an answer to that, although I don't necessarily know that how many we have, because Fragmentize unfortunately doesn't hit it. I guess we need to beat the Grove first with a Fragmentize, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
And we
This
do have
thing
the dragon.
Is bigger than the Angels, so I think we're supposed to do that rather than draw off Castle.
Or it'll be the same size, right?
I think those are 4/4 Angels. This is sorry, Eternalizing. Yeah, you're right.
I think it's weird because usually it increases the size of the creature.
Yep. Absolutely. So now we've just kind of got to hope they're bricking, but quite the opposite. This is an engine that we almost certainly just cannot beat.
It's going to take some mighty fine rips is what I was gonna say.
Yep. Yep.
Now I know this Enchantress deck is not played that much, at least in the online metagame. I feel like it could be a little underplayed right now.
You could be right. So we can obviously, Dam is a catch-up card. The problem is they're drawing as they go wide.
Yeah.
Do you like maybe sitting back, trying to draw off castle, trying to have a big Dam next turn, and then taking it from there?
Yeah, I think we need to see some more cards.
Sounds good.
It's 3 to draw off castle?
Yeah, we're going to be taking 3. Well, we're going to lose 3 life after the draw, and it's also 3 mana plus tapping the castle, total of 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Okay.
We need exactly crime and punishment.
You're right. Well, that's really what we need. Helix Pinnacle. Okay. There's the win con.
There we go. So he just, he's winning on multiple axes right now. But I was gonna say, if he gets the Sanctum Weaver, it's gonna be pumping a lot of mana into that. I love the auto tapper.
I'm used to playing BGX decks where the top option is black, but when you play white comes first, and then I look a little silly. And drawing too many dragons here. So we cannot do anything except dam the board, and I guess we kind of have to, and I think that kind of dams us to a game 3, but
yeah,
probably the move. And we could consider just plain cycling with one of these, because if we catch up, maybe Castle Locthwain is involved, we have that incentive to develop our mana, but I think we'll just say go and hope they have nothing.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because plain cycling, we actually need one more mana for punishment if we wanted to hit all of their.
Oh, to hit the sigil too. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, maybe should have thought about that for another minute than I did. There's that Destiny Spinner. Okay.
The Destiny Spinner is a win condition itself. Okay.
Very much so, yeah. Wow. Yeah, the more I see of the deck, though, the more I'm pretty confident about Crime and Punishment being awesome here. And I think on the play, we have every chance of disrupting them heavily enough that they can't do this, at least. I still think it's a pretty bad matchup, though.
Yeah, they're not playing any creatures, It's not the decks we prepared for.
Yep, definitely.
Huge shout out to the enchantment card type this game. You really put in your work, you've been grinding for years.
In Obscurity, one of the cards that you just never seem to get in the graveyard for Tarmogoyf. That's how rare it was, and now look at us. Okay, Prismatic Ending, not good enough.
No. We just need to have that explosive Pox opening we did last time.
Quite right, quite right. So with that in mind,
yeah, I'm less on the like long game plan. Like
definitely. I think I probably want the third dam after that.
Okay.
I think that's probably better than like a Timeless Dragon or a Lingering Souls. Is this the long game plan? Like, I think probably. Maybe.
Yeah. And then maybe Painful... Oh, God. I don't know. Does Painful Truths come out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We don't need necessarily any more cards out. We need one more in.
Lingering Souls.
What do you think about a single Kaya's Guile? Am I respecting their creatures too much?
Ooh, it messes up the Heliod's thingy.
Yeah, it does a few different things. I think I could see one being better than like the fourth Souls here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go for it. But you're right. I think we need that explosive. Which it's not quite, but I think it's pretty keepable. We've got the Wombo combo rolled up.
Yeah, it's got like the makings of something good.
Yes. All right, cool. Let's go for it. Obviously, need a deck like this to mulligan if at all possible. That would be fantastic. No such luck.
Wow.
Triple creature opener. I don't think we're going to take Sanctum Weaver. It's probably... Well...
So it's interesting you say that, because my initial gut reaction is take the Sanctum Weaver because they have less of it.
I understand that. I think, like... My thinking was, okay, they've got 3 lands naturally. We're probably not taking the abundant growth here. And thus, like, we're not necessarily attacking their lands that well. And they do have stuff that just dies to removal.
True.
So I'm thinking, like, just try to remove everything they play as in a mid-rangey style until another plan presents itself. And that would make me want to take one of these spinners.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. Like, their hand's relatively Inquisition-proof in that it's just kind of like a medium safe hand with a lot of resources, and, you know, we didn't get one of the big payoff cards. We didn't get anything that gives Shroud or that draws multiple cards. So, definitely feeling a little bit like our hand would beat some of their better hands, strangely.
Yeah.
Don't know that it will beat this one unless we draw Smallpox off the top. Nope. Okay.
So what? They've got their colors, so that's not something we should try and aggressively...
I think we just play a land and pass here.
Yeah. Oh, there's my dogs.
I think opponent might have played around... Well, no, never mind. We'll just see what they do. All right. Vindicate looking better and better.
Yeah, load that land up, please.
Yup.
Okay.
Sweet. This is where sorcery speed does hurt. Imagine if we're just like pushing end step, untapping, but...
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. That's a big one. All right.
So
I wonder if we still Vindicate. We probably still do.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there is a temptation to just kind of allow them to play out a little bit more into the crime and punishment, but...
Well, you know, and also, by doing it this way, you know, they might think, oh, okay, they don't have anything else.
Right.
Oh,
And
We've
now
got
they're going to
something
try
else.
to dump the hand for sure. Yep. They're going to get to double spell here at least. And yep, okay.
We can deal. We can deal with it.
Sure can. All right, 2 unknowns. Looking like a nice 3-for-1 opportunity here, but we could also hold off a little bit more.
Tragically, we don't have the green mana for punishment.
Jeez, you are right. I did not even notice that. That's a great call, and that sucks. So we're probably supposed to then ending the Sanctum Weaver to try to slow them down as much as we can to try to draw the green land.
Yeah, they've got two unknowns, so yeah.
Its mana value is less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast this spell. Alright, you got it. 1. Yup.
Such an interestingly designed card.
Yeah.
Really took full advantage of the rules.
You're right about that. Alright, of course, the flood here really sucks, right? But if they're also stuck on lands, they're just going to kind of like not kill us right away and just play out into this eventual punishment a little bit more.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I actually wouldn't mind a discard spell just in case they're sitting on one of those 3-drops that we find it hard to beat when they resolve.
Yeah, let's take a peek. Oh!
Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Alright, we're going to hold this Urborg in hand in case of Liliana, basically.
Yeah.
That's a minor tilt, I guess, but at the same time, they're not really going anywhere, so both decks have stumbled. We've made them stumble, and then our deck has also naturally stumbled a bit on its own. Just stop flooding, and I think we'll be good. Okay. That counts as no longer flooding, but I think we just hold it for now. Do you agree? The risk is that they have another Greater Auramancy, maybe.
Yeah, I think you have to hit the
Shroud. Okay, fair enough. No, I respect that. Would love just like a mid-range card like Liliana or like a Timeless Dragon or something. A Dam would be okay. We'd take a lot here. The ending was a good draw, I suppose.
One unknown.
Yep. Greenland gotta be our best draw, though.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll take that. That's huge, actually.
That's a Greenland.
That's a really good one. That is a Greenland.
And we get to discard the Urborg.
Yeah, feels good. Feels good.
Oh, does this not trigger the...
Oh, because of RIP, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's still, I think, pretty good for us overall, but you're right. That is unfortunate.
Got it too late. But I think we'd still do it, so...
Yeah, I definitely agree. So, 2 unknowns now in their hand. I think we play her and tick up. How about you? Do you have faith in Liliana here?
Yeah, I do.
All right, me too.
She's a sweetheart.
So true. All right, Crime and Punishment. We've seen your potential power, and we've also seen your limitations here in this particular shell. I always get weirded out by these micro splashes in decks without selection, and we're seeing a little bit as to why, but I'm not saying it's incorrect to play quite the opposite. And now we can go get a green land in case we find another one.
Yeah.
They had a third Leyline of Sanctity to pitch. Bruh. Okay, fair enough.
They brought in all 5.
Apparently. No, that's so scary. The third mana is so scary. Don't be the Kruphix card.
Don't be Blood Moon, please. Oh, they don't have red, but there we go.
Yeah, that's pretty rough too, but...
So let's see. 3 mana things that we can be scared of, maybe. Blood Moon, obviously. Banishing Light is something they could have.
Got it.
Solitary Confinement, interesting. It's from Judgment. They've reprinted it?
Yeah, that became legal. So we draw Silent Clearing, which is pretty awesome, because now we get to...
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Solitary out of their hand. Speaking of
Perfect.
Which, yeah. Come on, give us something big here. Let's go.
Yes.
It's a card. I don't know if I'd call it big in the face of a rip, but... We have creatures for the first time in a long time. Now we've got a big judgment call next turn. Like if they just like play a spell and draw a card, I think we probably tick up. But if let's say they just play a land, it'll be really interesting to decide what to do. But oof. All right, now that's pretty rough actually. That means taking up is a lot worse than it would otherwise be. Oh my god, just stop with a stupid deck. Bruh. Alright, let's just draw Crime and Punishment.
Yes. Just rip it.
What, do they have another 1-mana enchantment? Are you kidding? Oh, this deck is a tilt when you're on midrange. Yeah, they sure do.
Gosh. You know what Enchantress should play? They should play Wilderness Reclamation.
Yeah, probably. And of course, we're going to rip a land off the top. So, I mean, do we kind of try to stop the bleeding here by ticking down and keeping the Lily around and trying to outgrind them that way? Or what do you like here?
Okay, so...
The ult is, I mean, probably not good enough anymore, because then it's whatever they keep plus 3 cards once they go to their turn against our Lingering Souls. So I think we have to keep Lily around.
All right. And we make the piles on that, so...
Yep.
Huh.
I don't think they're great piles, though, because, like, if we split these 2 cards, they're still functional either way. Like, if we split those and split the lands, they're still functional. And again, that's our tokens against their functionality. And if we split the lands from all of their enchantments, and they have lands in hand, maybe they keep the enchantments. If they don't, then, like, again, it's their 3 cards against our 2 tokens. So I think we have to keep the Lily around, try to outgrind them a more old-fashioned way, and actually draw a little action of our own.
Okay. You've convinced me.
All right.
Because I badly wanted to ultimate her.
I did too. Like, if they had anything but the nuttiest turn last turn, like, it would have been very tempting to ult.
It's basically no... Well, do you want an extra mana, I guess? Because in the graveyard, it's not doing anything.
Yeah. I think we'll play it, but... Yeah, it's impossible to overstate just how good those sprawls were, allowing them to just, like, draw 5 cards last turn and continue double, triple, whatever spelling from here on out. By making their mana work. And now
there's
they've
the
got
double shroud.
Double shroud, so we, even more than ever, gotta have that Crime and Punishment. It's just so unfortunate that in addition to everything that was just sitting in hand uncastable for so long. Then we play the Lily, which is correct there, and then obviously lose it. But that's alright, so we're going to draw another one right here, right now. You know, having the Lily around, though, genuinely still giving us some hope here, I think.
Yeah. And we've got things, attacking. He's going to get a sigil here.
Yep. Guess it doesn't change much. Like, we just... Now means we have to play... Oh, they get Sprawl?
Okay.
I guess maybe they already have a big payoff rolled up and they just want more immediately castable action. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Doesn't change much, as I was going to say. Sit back. Attrition with Lily. Oh my god.
There it is.
There you go. Okay. There it is, there it is. So... One of their Sprawls falls off. And now we have to try to Lily ult to get out from under the moon or draw basic lands.
Okay. I believe.
I'm glad.
Listen, I gotta put on a show for the kids.
We appreciate that. The kids all appreciate that at home. They do not have double white right now, if I'm not mistaken, which is interesting.
It's true.
But as we know, they have other win conditions for sure. That's one of them. The creature is another. Hopefully they've somehow punted here. They go get Sigil. Okay, maybe that's a punt. Maybe they have a way to make another white. Maybe there's a Plains in their hand.
Yeah. Are they just realizing it?
That might be too much to ask for.
Okay.
Maybe they are just getting that for the eventual late game win con as they continue curving out. I don't know. Alright, let's see what we draw. I mean, it's a clock. Kinda. So I guess we're just going to keep ticking up here. I was going to think about an ult, and we definitely still could.
No, I think we try and get cards out of their hand.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, we know a Sigil's in their hand, there's one unknown, we try to just beat them down with souls, it's a 3-turn clock.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't cast soul. Well, we can't cast this souls, sorry. I, for some reason, assumed we could, even though we're totally locked out. So
true.
If we ult, and if we get out from under the Blood Moon, we could double spell.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what to do here. It's definitely a real tough call. I mean, if we tick up once and then try to ult next turn, unless they have a creature that we have to kill, that might be worth going for.
I don't see them having a creature that we have to kill.
All right, so let's tick up. What do you like getting rid of from among these two?
I mean, you gotta ditch Kaya, I think.
All right, fair. Yeah, at least a Plains off the top lets us cast souls, right? So.
Ditches another Sterling Grove.
Okay, so we know their card in hand is Sigil.
So if they don't draw...
Yeah.
A white sorcerer, cheap enchantment...
Then we're actually playing the game.
Yeah, just like Garfield intended. They say, we've got another Blood Moon. No.
Oh, man. I almost said, should we play around this card exactly? And they find a land for it? Are you kidding me? I literally was going to say, should we sit back with a... Oh, wait a minute. I was going to say, should we sit back with 1 souls to block in case they have the creature that makes the haste land?
Oh, shit.
But I guess they would beat that with On Thin Ice anyway because they literally always have it. However, they don't attack. Maybe they were 1 mana shy. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can see. Another freaking land, dude. So this might be a creature that we do have to answer.
Wow. Who would have thought?
I know, right?
So can I see the ability again?
XX Elemental, Trample, and Haste. X is the number of enchantments, so that's going to be a win condition, or at least something that kills Lily. So we gotta answer it. So we gotta either alt in such a way that we're definitely getting rid of that, or crippling it, or we just keep doing what we've been doing and take down and try to get a little bit of love.
Oh, this is rough.
It is.
Because I like how it tells me there's 9 enchantments being controlled.
Yep.
We
like, okay, so
he's got 3 more cards in hand is the problem.
Yeah, that is obviously a huge problem. It's not like we drew another good card to get out from under Blood Moon. It's just another land. So that makes me want to just tick down and keep playing the same game we've been playing.
Okay.
But it feels a lot worse than I thought it possibly could going into this turn. And we only have 1 spirit now, so...
And apparently less than 5 minutes on the clock.
Yep. Very unfun deck to play against, but it is providing us with a lot of lines to discuss anyway. We can say that much.
It's good round 1 brain teaser.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe we've got the Millwind now too. Yeah,
that's true.
There's just nothing that, like, they have just so many
another one
snowball cards against a deck like ours. Yeah, I guess it's just a cantrip for a few cards at this point. But why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess why not is because we're going to Lily Edict it, potentially. So... yeah, at this point, maybe our best draw is Plains, just to get more bodies on the field.
It just puts 4 into the Helix Pinnacle.
Prismatic Ending. All right.
So ditch the Flagstones.
You want to tick up?
I don't know. What's the difference between 2 cards and 3 cards?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about just answering their board and trying to...
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to defer to your judgment.
All right, let's just Edict, I guess, but, like, it's not really looking possible from this point. They have white now, so... Sigil is incoming, I guess.
Should be.
Like, if we draw Plains, we're just making souls. Doesn't really get us anywhere. I think we're pretty beaten.
I only have 1 basic Plains in the list.
Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe we just draw Plains and make souls and try to hope they don't notice their library and the Millwind Con is live. I don't know.
Yeah. Stall.
Yep. Helix Pinnacle. All right, deck. Any love? Anything? Nope. All right, we continue edicting to stay alive.
Attacking.
I guess we can attack. Yeah, sure. Didn't really expect them to lose the Angel, but fair enough. I guess maybe with a full grip, they're going to have a lot of use cases for this.
Yeah.
However many. This one doesn't tell us what X is. The other one is so kind. This one not quite. Solitary Confinement. You have Shroud. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Seems good.
Skip for draw step. Are those Enchantress's presence maze?
Nope. So that's definitely a thing.
Oh, he's just pumping all this mana into Helix Pinnacle?
Yeah. Which I guess is probably a quicker... It's going to reach 100 before they mill. Yeah, it looks like it will.
Smart boy.
All right. Not doing anything. Not a single thing.
But the audience expected this. Everyone knew coming into this video. When they saw my name in the title, they're like, okay, it's just another 2/3, another 1/4. They knew what they were signing up for.
It's true. It's true. They have no recourse if they want to blame anybody. They can blame themselves, right? Because you and I are just cursed together, it seems. But
yeah.
Again, hopefully they're just not paying attention to their library. That is all we can hope for at this stage.
It's so funny. The solitary confinement actually prevents them from...
Yeah, from milling out as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely annoying for us in this spot. Planes. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got, yeah.
All right, well.
Well
it's like,
is right.
This is where you put the music of Frodo leaving the mortal realm, traveling east to the land of the elves.
Yep, departing from the Grey Havens, right? That's
yeah,
bittersweet. Yeah, okay, they're just not going to cast any spells. They know our out. They know our fjord out. They're tapping.
They saw the line. They saw the line.
Yeah, I mean, as if this deck isn't frustrating enough, then just to get Blood Mooned, it's just like, okay, well.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any outs because they saw the line, as you say. We'll look at our draw step, I suppose, and then...
Who would have thought a 2-color deck was so susceptible to Blood Moon?
Wow. All right. GG's, I guess, and on to round 2 we go.
Oh, it's look who it is.
Look who it is indeed. It is Control Freak. And Control Freak's gonna mull. Do we dare to keep this hand against what might be a shadow deck? We don't want to mull ourselves, but it's a pretty weak hand. Then again, we've got the the Wombo combo. Lands rolled up if we draw Smallpox. What do you think?
Since we failed to renew our MTGO Premium subscription, I think we should err on the side of safety and mulligan.
All right, you got it. Keepable. Control Freak, for those who don't know, is a streamer and a very good Shadow player. And if I remember, I will link his Twitch below, but you can just search it up if you are so inclined to see some great Shadow gameplay, and a patron of the channel to boot. If we're assuming Shadow, maybe Tourach is a little underwhelming here, but we could easily bottom one of our 2 Klings as well. I think we keep the Planeswalkers and hope to draw the 3rd land.
I want to keep Tourach.
All right.
Actually.
Bottom a Kling then. Yeah, Tourach gives us a board presence, gives us a high upside if the opponent, maybe gets stuck a little bit after their own maul.
So I've seen, as far as Death Shadow goes, it looks like to me that they've dropped blue entirely and they're just on red-black for the most part.
Well, without Lurrus, they might still be on blue, but yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. I'm going to play Swamp here so we can cling their Bauble painlessly.
Sure. Oh, they could still have blue for Drown in the Loch. Never mind. And like you said, he's not running Lurrus, so...
Yeah. We could have waited for Mike, that's our opponent's name. We could have waited for Mike to make a decision here or waited to respond to the fetch. I'm just already feeling a little mentally taxed from that round one, so maybe doing a couple shortcuts that 99% of the time won't matter, but then after the fact, maybe we can talk about why they could matter, like we just did. But we're going to Thought Scour to rebuild the graveyard on the end step, and let's find out. Let's find out whether we're facing down good old Angler on T2. That would suck.
Just be a Tombstalker instead.
Yep. All right, we're very soft to this right now.
Draw Dam.
Draw Dam. Right, that's right. That's our big draw step. No.
I mean, we got a Lily next turn,
yeah,
so...
as long as they're not both going to get countered, we're in the game. Do you want to play a Tourach just to be efficient here?
Yeah, probably should.
Because, like, if things go our way, we're not really going to kick him anyway. We'll be, like, ticking lilies up instead, or it won't be as really doing much to kick him, I guess, so might as well play the 2-1.
Yeah.
All right. Oof. Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
And still representing Stub.
He doesn't have it.
Maybe a discard spell would be hype here. We don't get that. So at this point, we might as well try to ending the Darcy rather than risk a Lily getting countered, or we could run out Kaya as well.
Yeah, run out Kaya, I think.
I think so too.
Yep. Add it.
Okay, well, we're seeing pretty good shadow progression for sure. There is still hope, if there's no other stub, if there's no, like, discard or anything too crazy here, we get to ending the Darcy, Lily the Gurmag, as long as there is no creature as well. So we are asking for kind of a lot, but hey, all right. No stub, no snap, right? Ooh. Fascinating.
That's a card.
That is a card. So we lead on the ending still, though, right?
Yes.
How do we do this?
So yeah, pay with the swamp.
Yeah. But I don't actually want to pay.
And then,
yep.
And then you click that, and then you just click the white.
Yep, okay. All right, so do we go for Lily here, or do you like the Smallpox instead? Probably the Lily.
Yeah. I agree. There's no way he has another counterspell.
Sure does. And now we are dead to a bolt off the top, and potentially dead to... Well, not dead to a Darcy, because they're totally empty-handed, right? Alright, like a Painless Land would be okay here, because then we're just... Oh, GBR, jeez. Alright, well played, Mike, as always. But, yeah, I mean, talk about getting curved out on. That'll do it.
Well, the Sanctifiers could be something.
Sanctifiers are good. Toski's interesting. I don't know if it's too cute and dirtily. Kaya's Guile's great. And...
we gotta think what they're bringing in.
I think we cut the Tourach easily enough here.
Okay, yeah.
I think most of our deck's frankly pretty good against this deck. You know, I don't think we have too many bad cards, so minimal sideboarding is fine with me. I think probably Toski is not the best axis to compete on. I think it's okay. I think it's just like an indestructible blocker is okay, but of course he has to attack, so...
Nether Spirit is going to be really slow.
You're right.
But
it's the kind of matchup where it's pretty good, though.
Yeah. Need to take out 3. So...
Spirit and Sanctifier do non-bow. That's something worth observing. Maybe we can cut the Spirit. Don't know if it's correct, but something that could make way. We could get a little bit kind of greedy in a way and just cut an Inquisition, lean into our on-the-play status, reduce our bad top decks. I think discard spells are good here, but cutting one's okay on the play. And then...
Lily, Painful Truths, I don't know.
Those cards are so good. Lily is so good. Yeah, Lily's so good. Lily's our best card. Maybe a Kaya, because Kaya's slower.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she's pretty good, too. This is a fine spot. We don't have that bad of a card no matter what we take out.
You can take a Smallpox out if you want. I don't know, man.
It's actually a reasonable call.
It feels...
Because there are some situations in which it will be awkward.
Okay.
A one-lander, but a pretty good one. What do you think? What do you think? Do we get greedy here?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
And then when we rewind the tape and we look at this decision point here that we've just made, we talk about how we're cursed. And then...
Exactly. They've got double IOK, stubby D, and a bauble. It's a great hand.
Yeah.
Maybe just take...
I would say take an Inquisition.
Yeah.
Just because right. I don't know, really...
I think there's some room to take stub, but I think taking an Inquisition is also pretty good.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't as worried about it since they didn't have a creature.
Yeah, but with our one land keep, it's good at the 4 spike rate too.
Very true, very true.
However, taking an Inquisition is totally fine as well. So our Thoughtseize might go down here, but it really depends on what they drew for turn, and also they baubled themselves, so yeah, they don't know what's coming off the top. Let's draw a white land. Woo! Let's go. Big draw. Oh, but sorry, I didn't even notice they took Sanctifier. Okay, fair. I stand corrected, but that's actually still a big draw. No two ways about it. We needed that. Cycling Wraith in response is interesting. Wow, 4 lands. Okay. Our very greedy keep could easily pay off if we get lucky enough to draw yet another land off the top.
Do we get the green land?
We get Triome. Yep. Definitely don't want the risk of a tapped land off the top. Nope.
Oh.
You know, they're so flooded, though, that, like, this is okay. Obviously, this can't go on too much longer, but, like, you know, the greedy keep. Can't complain too much. All right.
We have a target.
We have a target. Nice. All right. So, we risk, like, we could ending to basically guarantee that it resolves. Because then we could just pay for a stubby D, or we could just play Kaya and assume they haven't drawn another stubby D with a 1 unknown.
Play Kaya. Let's go for it.
I like your attitude, like we've gotten wrecked a little bit already, so we're playing for high upsides all across the board, and honestly, I think it's a good call.
A long time ago, I just started playing like they never have it.
A long time ago, he says. That's really funny, and that's the GG. And I really liked Kaya there rather than Lily, because Kaya eating away at the graveyard is huge in that exact spot, plus Lily taking up with our great hand doesn't really help us. So, all right, we pick up a win against Mike after he floods unspeakably, but never mind that. The Inquisition could definitely come back on the draw, and
you know what? Let's just get wild with it. Take out all of our good cards.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. This is. I mean, I don't see anything else that's like. I mean,
we could cut one dragon maybe, or 1 souls or something like that.
Yeah, the dragon is like, I'm seeing now that the deck builder is really relying on the dragon to get, and flagstones to get your green mana, but we don't have any green to play.
Exactly.
So it would just be for Prismatic Ending, but I don't think they have any 3-drops that we care about, right?
Not many, if any. Yeah, it's going to be either stuff that we can tag with our black-white land base, or not at all. So yeah, I think 1 dragon's fine. Let's go. Another 1-lander, Connor. Another 1-lander. But the opponent will mulligan. Do we get greedy again? We're on the draw this time.
We are on the draw this time.
This is a worse hand. Yeah, has to be said.
Yeah, I'm apologies if you can hear my dog there.
You're fine.
I would say mulligan.
I'm leaning that way as well. All right.
I was gonna be cheeky and flip a coin, but I was like, let's just do it right.
All right. Want to lose one of these Guiles?
Seems fine to me.
Would have been a fine slow 7. And of course, we have the potentiality of the good old Urborg off the top for the nuts.
Well, so we can flagstones here
in case we draw Urborg, yeah.
Or the next turn we can Fetid Heath and still Smallpox.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, absolutely. So we are actively hoping, I guess, for a tapped out turn 2 angler from the opponent. But only a tapped out. If they have angler with 1 mana open, that would be very frightening.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. You got to help us out, Mike. You got to tap out for a Gurmag angler. You can do it. Uh-oh, this is too many Wraiths and Baubles, too many free cards in the bin. But
Wow.
if there's no other bauble, and if they tap out, I think we're lining up the pucks. Potentially. They could just have a different card than Angler to play, of course.
Yeah, this could be...
I don't think we've showed him Smallpox, but of course with Flagstones, he's got to suspect it.
Yeah, he's not... I don't think he's on it.
Okay, double Shadow, fair. Still going to be a good turn to Smallpox, but
yeah,
not as much of a blowout as we could have hoped for. What do we pitch here? Lily's like our best card in the matchup, but still maybe one of them? Or should it just be a Guile? I don't know. I think we keep one... Obviously, we're going to keep one Lily. I think we want to keep the Smallpox too?
I was considering getting rid of the Smallpox, but you like it?
I think we have the more potential to screw them than be screwed by it.
Okay.
And we can always like play a Lily first and then use a Smallpox later, right? So I think it's between Guile and Lily.
I think Ben the Lily, because we...
Sure.
Just because I want to play the other card.
All right. Respect. Total respect. Kozilek's Return. Fascinating. They're prepared for Sanctifier that way, and maybe for a more traditional dead guy creature suite than we are actually on.
Okay.
All right, no Angler. No, I mean, TBR is a little scary.
I was going to say, but it's not enough at the moment.
Yeah. Oh no, is this a double threat? Yeah, they've got an Angler too. We're pretty dead, I think. Unless we draw, like, Prismatic Ending and get to double spell. Even so, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, dude, dang. What a crazy progression.
Lingering Souls. He's got no cards in hand, so that blocks.
It does block. We're dead on board if we just Lily. We could Kaya's Guile and potentially live by gaining 4 life or by making a blocker.
So
Lingering Souls is a more reliable way to stay alive, but it's just like, I think we need to kill something this turn.
Okay.
So probably Kaya's Guile, like pass holding up Guile.
Yeah. Yeah.
That we could also... Yeah, alright, I think that's probably the move.
Yeah. It's like, what are we dead to? TBR and Bolt, maybe?
Yeah, we're dead to Stubborn Denial too, which could have been a reason to main phase, but...
Let's see. I'm reading him for having... He has a Polygon's Command in his hand.
Ooh, no, don't say it. All right. Prismatic Ending, and they'd... Oh, another Shadow! All right, I don't think we have outs, yeah. Well, okay. Smallpox, pitching souls, and making blockers isn't out, right?
Yeah, that...
We'll go to 3 after that, but I think that's the only play we have. And then maybe we can draw a dam off the top.
Well, we'd be down a... Oh, yeah.
Man, anything just not quite so nutty from the shadow side, and we'd be cooking. We'd be like really competitive here.
Yeah, I mean, I felt it's so funny because like even in our last round, like the deck felt pretty good when we weren't getting like flooded.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Double chump block. I guess we're still pretty dead, aren't we? Because, like, we've lost a land, now we can't actually play Dam if we draw it. Or we can't stay alive after playing the Dam. Because we can't sweep.
Thoughtseize. All right.
Okay, draw lightning bolts.
Yeah.
And obviously, in keeping with this league, it is a land.
That's so funny.
And that's that. All right, yeah, the deck looked fine, but well played by Mike, a Shadow Master, and some very scary threat-dense progressions, especially on the play in Game 3. We just couldn't quite keep up. Definitely missing Fatal Push a little bit here, which is something I mentioned prior to the league, but, you know, would that have even been enough? Hard to say.
All right, this is going to be a quick 2-0 in our favor.
Mm-hmm. Very true. And we got a keepable hand. It's slow. I wish we were on the play with us by far, but given our luck so far, we're not going to mull it. Let's just put it that way. Chalice on 0 in the blind? Is that what happens in the O2 bracket these days, or what? I could maybe have considered playing Heath there, actually, in case we drew Flagstones. So, my bad if that happens.
No, yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
They're
locked up. They're locking up shop here. Obviously,
immediately punished.
We knew that we'd draw that. That was never in question. Never even once was that in question.
We stacked our deck that way on purpose.
Yep, just to give the opponent a chance, right? All right, so I don't know if the deck like this is going to play any permission spells, but I guess in theory we could hope to avoid that. This guy. Just going to draw, sure. Pretty good time to resolve a Lily, I would say.
Yeah.
Pitch our bad Thoughtseize, rather. Yeah, just taking stock of our colors. I don't think it matters much. Imagine if we'd had that Thoughtseize on turn 1. How different the game could have been. I don't know what to think about our position, because I don't know if they're going to like play a Jace here and we're going to be real sad, or what's going to happen, but no Jace, at least.
They're playing Cryptic Command in 2021.
They just might be. Chalice of the Void, Cryptic Command, interesting stuff. So if we really think they're playing Cryptic, Lingering Souls is probably the play here. Alternatively, we could try to, like, take up Ditch Souls and double spell with Souls and Smallpox. I don't think we're going to get a Smallpox creature with our Smallpox anytime soon, so I don't mind that play. But I also don't mind just hard casting Souls, because if they counter it, it's not that big a deal.
Okay, so do you... I read them for either two things, Cryptic Command or Shark Typhoon.
Okay. So if you're a little worried about Shark Typhoon, maybe we should just, like, play a Souls, see what they do, and then decide what to pitch with Lily?
Yeah.
All right. I think either way, one of our dams is probably not going to survive the turn. I think I value the 4th land here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Archmage's Charm to refuel, definitely always a tough one to face when you're on mid-range, but at least we're not presenting anything good for them to steal with it, so it's a mere modal instant speed divination / counterspell. This is the card that I always answer when people are like, what is the card that you think is, like, overpowered, but most people wouldn't agree, or that you would ban just for spite? I think that's probably it. Anyway, we draw some decent something.
Yeah.
Something reasonable to pitch to Lily, so maybe we just tick up and try to jam a Kaya.
Yeah, let's see. They've got 3 in hand. They're planning on Castle Vantressing this turn.
Maybe we attack Teferi first.
Yeah.
All right. We could also pitch a dam, play this land, and then have the potential to double spell.
Yeah, get rid of the dam. I think it's
All right.
more safe to do that.
We can now beat a Chalice if we need to with her, if she resolves, of course, and sticks around. But for now, we'll just get the charm out of here, I would say.
Yep.
All right. A couple Planeswalkers against control seems good, and if you're right that they're just going to activate Castle Vantress here, that's pretty incredible.
What are they playing?
I guess it's like, it really is like a control prison deck. They probably said Teferi is such a prison card on his own, and obviously a pretty core control card, although... Okay. Wow.
They're off of it.
Yeah, they're off of it, exactly. All right, Planeswalkers OP, let's go. So, Collective Brutality. Maybe Toski.
I liked Toski. If he's going to be good, it's here.
Yeah, agreed. And I think...
They're going to have Rest in Peace. Do we care?
Totally fair. Totally fair call. I don't know if we care because, like, they could have Chalices locking out our Fragmentize anyway, so I don't know if we care to play a Fragmentize. But on that note, we could sweep up the Rest in Pieces and the Punishments, potentially. And the Chalices with Punishment. Even that I don't know if we're supposed to care about. I think these cards are borderline, with Guile being higher floor, higher ceiling, and, you know, depending on what else they play, maybe we want this too. But these two cards will come in.
I want the opportunity to yoink a Shark Typhoon out of their graveyard.
That'd be pretty sick, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Speaking of Shark Typhoon, I was gonna go ahead and cut all the dams, but maybe we could leave one in. I don't know what else is worse, though, than dam.
Let's see.
So, like, you know, we can leave the endings in maybe and still answer shark tokens that way. Still answer other things that way, but not too many of them.
Yeah, because if they're going to be running creatures and stuff like that, it's going to be Snap and then, like, maybe Torrential Gearhulk, right?
Yeah, it could be. With a deck like this, I guess you never really know, but I'm thinking we just, for now, conservative sideboarding, dams out, one Guile in, Brutality, Toski in. Everything else is looking solid enough to mess with. We could also consider cutting a Cling. This hedges us against both Rest in Peace and Chalice on one.
Okay.
I think that's pretty fair. So let's just play... let's just play one Dam, I think? Or maybe one Punishment. What do you prefer?
Yeah, play the Crime Punishment.
Alright, let's do it.
Who?
Well, fortunately, Locthwain is not legendary, but this is still very annoying land-wise, but I guess we can still kind of keep it. We've got 2 looks at a non-Locthwain land that makes the whole hand very reasonable.
Okay, if you're feeling it,
I am kind of
let's
feeling
do
it.
it.
I don't think we're supposed to mulligan aggressively in this matchup, and we're going to beat their Chalice on 0, Chalice on 1 progression. Oh, but the Thoughtseize off the top is going to be just in time to get locked out by Chalice, probably. Unless we draw a land, we can at least co-brew. That'd be hype. No, we're going to get to cast a spell. Let's go.
Counter it.
Alrighty. So obviously missing the land for 2 turns in a row, pretty horrendous. Expressive Iteration, not exactly a card that... I mean, it's very powerful, but it doesn't seem to necessarily fit with everything we've seen, and they don't have a 3rd land. Let's draw one ourselves. Let's make it white one time. No. Instead,
I'll do even better.
Well, we can just take the turn off to grab Triome with Dragon.
I think we need to, because I think having that mana is going to be so critical.
Yep. Oh, the Smallpox, that was a troll of a draw. But hey, you know, another iteration. Maybe
we're the smart ones that put it in our deck, so.
It's true. Alright, we're going to draw... They're not going to hit a land. We're going to draw Flagstones off the top. GG round 4. That's what's up.
Yeah. Is this round 4 already?
No, this is round 3. I was going to say GG, we get to go to round 4.
Oh.
So that's what I meant.
Goodness.
OP with a really aggressive EE on 0. Artifacts must matter more than we can tell right now. Okay, another dragon lets us continue curving out. However, seems like a pretty okay time to, like, Vindicate a land or resolve a Kaya. And then, like, hope to naturally draw the land next turn ourselves to maybe Tourach or something. I think we should use our mana efficiently.
Okay.
We could dragon into a land and play Brutality. Or Smallpox.
I like that.
All right.
I like that.
What should we play here? We know they have Teferi in hand. Smallpox gonna probably keep them off Tef. And
yeah,
I don't know.
I
don't know if it's that.
I like
good,
Collective Brutality.
I think I do too. If this doesn't hit, that'd be very odd. All right, it hits Counterspell, Prismatic Ending right away. I'm just thinking Counterspell pretty clearly. The take, I mean, Ending can answer Kai at some point, but...
Oh, look at that. He's got a Emrakul, the Aeon Scorn.
Yep. Sanctifier on Vec. Is that what they're going to try to resolve here? Yeah. I mean, this card's okay against us. Definitely not bad.
I just want to... Oh, they got a Solitude in hand?
But I was gonna say, but yeah, Smallpox is the move here. Do you agree, or do we just like Tourach right now?
My initial thought was just slamming Tourach with Kicker.
I can definitely get behind that. All right, seems good. Seems kind of tough for them to beat.
And if the Tourach sticks around, the Smallpox makes him even bigger.
You're absolutely right.
Well, we have to sacrifice him. Never mind. But
oh, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, actually, that's something that was in my mind earlier when I was like a couple turns ago thinking about the Smallpox. I was like, eventually we're gonna have a big Tourach. We're not gonna want to necessarily cast Smallpox any longer, but, you know, Tourach just kind of beats Sanctifier heads up, and then, sorry, what else did the, Snapcaster Mage they had in hand. That's a little non-Bowie, but okay.
Yeah.
And we can just kind of, like, play a Kaya, try to take over the game. I don't know, maybe we should have done Smallpox Kaya last turn, but whatever. We will see.
That could have been the move.
Because now it's kind of unclear how to use these Vindicates best. They're just gonna fetch main phase.
If anything, I'm just pointing them at lands.
Yeah, and like I think that's reasonable under our current circumstances, but like you can lose against control just by spending your spells on their lands, and they keep drawing more lands, and then they have more gas than you. But I do agree in general. He's probably gonna bounce EE with Tef, which makes sense. Yep. Flagstones. All right.
Now we're in business.
Now we're in business. Now it's like even better to. We're gonna have to lose the Tourach this way, but I think it's worth it.
So we can attack with it and get.
Let's tack Teferi off the field.
Okay. Or we could just eternalize a dragon.
Yep. It's not the worst. Like, so go ahead.
Wait, we could do both. We could play the Flagstones.
Yes.
Eternalize and then sack the dragon. Keep the Tourach around.
Ooh. Okay, that's actually probably the line, isn't it? Yeah. All right. I think I like it. So. Good call, Connor. Losing a Vindicate here, I assume, rather than Kaya. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was big brain right there.
It was, and even so, like, we actually have some incentives to just, like, cast spells from hand. We could have just like double Vindicated that turn too and like set this up for a little later. There's so many lines there. Really interesting spot. This is kind of like what we're trying for with the deck, right? Where we've got a mid-rangey game plan with a lot of unique angles. And yeah, sack you. Sack you. At this point, might as well just hedge a little bit against Moon. Not that they're playing it.
Sure.
I don't think they're playing Path to Exile. They're leaning on this card instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom, you got us.
You did get us.
Dot, unless.
Alright, so once they tap out here, which I believe they will, I think we just Kaya and Vindicate a land and then go really hard on that plan. Alternatively, we could like... like the Smallpox isn't good when we... Unless we do it first. With the cards in our hand, I think we just go for this. Opponent is F6'd. Lego. We know they do have a Snapcaster Mage, so we probably want to hit the ending and then maybe Sanctifier just to gain the life.
Yeah. They have a Solitude in hand, right?
They do. Yeah, they've drawn a lot of lands given our land destruction, and that's kind of one of the problems. I think they've pitched this.
I thought they did too.
Yeah. But we're going to get the Solitude possibly out of their hand. So I guess we will just lead on the Smallpox, deploy the land.
And then we can get a dragon.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't
So it can come in tapped.
It can come in tapped, exactly.
We just need to make sure we tap the land, or like whatever land we sacrifice.
Yep.
We use it for mana.
Just sack that tapped shrine.
Right.
All right, we did it. Good attrition against a bit of a strange deck, trying to do a lot of different things, right? With the Solitude and the artifacts, and then a lot of traditional control elements, plus Chalice main deck. So, not the tier 1 version of control, but an interesting one. One that we had to think about, play a little unconventionally in places against. But hey, Connor, we're on the board. Well done, and let's hope we continue these winning ways in round 4. I think it's like a grudging keep in the blind, but if you think we should more aggressively mull, I could listen to that case.
Oh, and are we on the play?
No, I wish we were, but on the draw. So we're flush with the resources we have.
I think if we keep this hand, we're going to hit 3 more lands in the next 4 cards.
Oh, that would be bad. So you want to mull?
I do.
All right, well then we shall mull.
Wow.
Okay.
Down
to 5. Looks keepable. So,
Tourach in the blind is not
agreed.
Great.
I think we're supposed to try to get lucky and draw a 3rd land, so we can bottom one of the lands.
So Castle Locthwain goes.
Sure. Oh no, it's a colonnade deck.
Huh. All right.
The keep would have been probably fine, but you know what? With the draw of dragon, if we can find a way through to stick a Lily
or Esper.
Or against Esper. Well, Lily against Jason Teferi is pretty bad, but never mind that. Maybe they'll just never draw the 4th land.
Precisely. That's one way to make sure they never draw that 4th land.
But at what cost? Yeah, another control matchup, mulling to 5. I just feel like I don't see Chalice of the Void, so I'm feeling a little bit behind.
Yeah.
We'd love to see Chalice.
On the bright side, if they're Esper, they might be leaning more heavily on those spot removal, creature removal type things.
That's a good observation. I agree completely. We can certainly benefit from that.
Yes.
Ooh, good draw. All right, just stick the Lily. Nether Spirit is too cool not to have function here. Yeah, let's go. It's a good way to pressure Jace.
Yeah. If only it was the only creature in our graveyard.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Timeless Dragon's in there. That is a bad non-bow. I actually almost mentioned that in the deck tech. It's really weird to see Nether Spirit outside of an 8-rack deck. However, definitely get it, and it's not going to non-bow that much and forever, right? But still, right now, it's a little bit rough.
Well, we're going to draw a land right here, and then we're going to be able to get it back.
They don't play Jace. Interesting.
Okay, so we're going to get a land right here when we Painful Truths for 2.
Painful Truths for 2 it is. Kind of a bra moment in a few different ways, but if they're just going to Cryptic Lily back to the hand, I think we're pretty wrecked. which is most likely what it's going to happen. But, like, don't think we're supposed to play around that because we kind of need our resources really bad after the Maul. So I'm assuming they're going to tap out for a Planeswalker here. We're going to try to Vindicate it. Maybe, just maybe the game goes on after that if we can, like, I don't know.
It's, yeah, no, we're fine. We're right where we want to be. We're going to hit that land.
Okay.
Watch, he's going to Fate Seal us here, and he's going to put a land on top.
Yeah, please Fate Seal. Nope. Jace, you foiled us again. Alright, we don't want to see them find a land. They do, it's a fetch land. Alright. That's probably game. But we will try our best anyway. Do you just, like, should we maybe just, like, I mean, this Eternalized Dragon dies to push. That's pretty horrendous.
Oh, they have that in their hand?
Yeah. I mean, they'll probably shuffle it away if we, like, play a Vindicate here. So that's probably the line.
Okay.
I mean, then we're going to have to try to slog through a Tef, but
we can do it. We're the champs.
I detect no word of a lie.
Mm-mm.
Alright, so they're going to shuffle away the push, we assume. I mean, in general, that's bad for us because our deck's not soft to it. They're going to get all kinds of good selection. However...
Oh, they're playing 5 colors. For Prismatic Ending.
Yeah, you're right. And they don't play Tef. Ooh. I mean, it doesn't get through Cryptic, so we really wish it was a Thoughtseize, but... I think...
Yeah.
Is it even clear that we do it? Because then our line is Lily, tick up, pitch Smallpox. Maybe that's fine, actually. But she can also just die to Colonnade. So I wonder if it's better to Eternalize. I think it's kind of close, actually.
I'm fine Eternalizing and just...
I think I am, too.
Trying those cards out.
Technically, we don't know their hand, but gotta assume this guy didn't get shuffled back.
If he did, mwah. Alright. Archmage's Charm. Steal the dragon.
And then chain Cryptics and Snaps until it's all over. Yeah.
No.
Pretty good turn for OP. Not gonna lie. Giving us something to tag with a Smallpox, I guess. I wonder if they value exiling our yard to beat Nether Spirit. Showing respect to the greatest threat of all time. Did you know that it roams?
The art is so good.
It is. It roams in both the worlds of the living and the dead, but belongs to neither. Did you know?
That's deep.
It is.
It's deep.
Here he comes. The least heroic Planeswalker I've ever seen.
Alright, well, they've tapped out. Well, not really.
Not really, but we can... Inquisition can beat anything they're holding up. If we draw Vindicate, we're in the game. No, but we draw the next best thing. Kinda.
Yeah.
Alright, let's make... white and black, I guess. Is that correct? Letting us do anything. Maybe we're... Actually, cancel. No, it doesn't matter. We'll just make double black, but... Alright, Inquisition. Hope we hit something really impactful here. And then... Okay, countered. And then we can either Lily or Souls, as you prefer. I think maybe Souls is just better to pressure.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know how we should be feeling about this matchup overall. I think it's like okay, but their deck is so much more consistent than ours that
Well, it's like, I mean, so going into this, I'm not going into this league. I mean, I'm not expecting to see like control at all.
yeah, me either. But that's how it goes. You see Enchantress and Control when we're prepared for like everything else under the sun.
Right. It's just it's ooh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. Huh. That's actually
So we can
not as good as it looks, because like when we play or activate one, we're losing the other unless we go Lily, Edict you, and then try to cast a Smallpox, but like, is that even good? That's probably the play, though.
they've got 3 in hand. And the Lily's gonna get dunked on by the Colonnade.
Yeah, but like if they have to turn that sideways, our souls can pressure the Tef. I think that's like the best we've got. But
Yeah.
clearly they have plenty to do here. Okay, tapping us down, fair enough.
Souls.
Yeah, I think that's better than Smallpox right now.
He says, I'm not letting it happen.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, he thought I was done? Archmage's Charm, counter or draw 2? Counter. Once again, respect shown to our threats. We have to take that moral victory here, because we're not going to get a real victory in game 1 anyway.
Trust me, all about those moral victories. All right, one draw step, and then let's save time.
Yeah, I agreed. Whoa, the draw step is actually a thing.
Yeah. That can do things.
Yep. All right. Flood the board?
Yeah.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
Control decks do not play sweepers. If that's what you're implying, they never have and they never will.
Yep. Oh, man.
So we got one turn before Tef ults. It could have been interesting to just like pressure him, lose a spirit to take one loyalty off so that they have to have 2 turns of, they can't just have like one cryptic to keep him around. But I think we play for just every high upside we can now because we're that far behind.
Certainly, yeah, I'd say we're behind is a good observation.
This guy doesn't help that in the least. And not to be, we don't have to do this for your own sake and also for the content's sake, but we are actually the ones ahead on the clock. They're the ones with all the game actions to take now. I think we're actually going to take this block.
Okay.
Why not? We could just like eat up some clock ourselves. I don't know if we're that desperate or not.
No. You are more than welcome.
Ooh, Vindicate. No, it's totally fair. This is your league, man. So if we're beaten, we're beaten. We go to game 2. I'm so down with that.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we are beaten because we have drawn Vindicate. We'll find out.
All right. They are representing just straight counterspell.
Yep.
Hello.
All right. Smallpox to get a card out of their hand more than anything is probably worth it. It's close.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess, but like, yeah.
Maybe they'll misclick and sack their colonnade.
Yeah, that's what we gotta hope for. Oh, are they... Oh, they just lost a life to the Smallpox. Got it. I was like, Force of Will? What's going on here? Let the Vindicate take your 8 loyalty Tef, but then Force of Will the Smallpox. All right.
That's called discipline right there.
They had an ending in hand. What now? Whatever now.
Yeah, what could it be?
Typhoon. Another Tef. I mean, when it rains, it pours. I think Vindicate is still showing its worth. It's like the rest of our deck is not keeping up with the rest of their deck at all. But like Vindicate itself has been pretty clutch at hitting anything this league, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. At least we don't have any cards in hand.
You're right. Send him all at Jace.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Get him out of here. Let's go. You've done enough, Jace. If only you'd fate sealed, you could maybe survive. But do they have the millionth cryptic command? Oh, they're gonna take a spirit. Very rude.
I don't know if they again respecting our threats here.
That is a lot of respect. You know, Lingering Soul's still OP. I don't care what they say, but unfortunately, we don't quite take Jace off the field. The grind is real.
This is and this is game 1, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just checking.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, they're trying for the quick clock, but without turning Colonnade sideways. Interesting. I mean, that puts us dead in 2 Colonnade hits, so that point matters for sure. I'm surprised they didn't turn Colonnade sideways with the untap and with all those lands, but...
Yeah, that's an odd choice.
Yeah. Maybe we main phase this, just see if it resolves.
Yeah, just send it.
High upside. Take a cryptic. Snapcaster Mage, yep.
We can scoop it up if you want. Do you think we have an out here on top?
Well, I'm just thinking we actually have the ability to attack Jace off the field now. Oh, no, they're going to tap us down. Okay. It's probably the right move. Let's just do another couple things real quick. Get another cryptic out while they're tapped down. Let's see what we can draw. Oh no, they've got counterspell too. Bruh. Okay.
That's a bruh moment.
That is, in a league full of bruh moments, that was also a standout bruh moment. So if they Just attack, we are dead. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, not quite.
Okay.
I mean, we're losing this one, obviously, but I think I'm just a little bit less noble than you because they're going to use up clock
Yeah.
here. Like, if we win game 2, we're going to win on the clock, I think. And as
Yeah.
much as that's not my favorite thing to do, the way this league is going, and kind of like it is a strength of our deck. It is a strength of our deck that we take games long and we slow down opponents' plans, right? So it's leaving a little bit of power on the table if we don't. But that might just be a cope for my BM, for my evil ways.
Hey, no, listen. There's no such thing as BM in competitive gaming. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. When you're right, hey, who am I to argue?
And that's why I have chat disabled in Rocket League.
Okay, Prismatic Ending. We can stay alive, maybe.
Oh, we can hit snap, yeah. I like how it'll let you target anything.
Yeah. It's like, you want to try? You can feel free. Okay. I think that'll do it, and hopefully they used up all their very, very good progression energy here in game 1 because it really is remarkable how at every turn they have had something incredible to do. It's uncanny. This looked like if Control always drew this way, that would be a tier 1, right? So
absolutely.
Down we go. But hey, if we can win game 2, we're gonna sneak out a clock win, I think.
Yeah. While we're sideboarding here, I'm gonna bring my dogs inside.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, while Connor is gone, I have cut the dams. We're playing Guiles, Toski, and Brutality pretty easily. And then just one more cut to make. Once again, I don't see an obvious one. I think probably we're supposed to play with less than the full force Smallpox because they just simply don't line up that well against non-creature decks and decks that aren't like dependent on specific lands. It still can be a fine play in the right spot, but I don't want to draw too many of them. Cool. So I was just kind of talking it out. I think 3 dam out, these 4 cards in is pretty easy. I'm going to make the argument for the final cut being a Smallpox. If they're not presenting many creatures, I think that's the thing to do.
Yeah, works for me.
All right. Unexciting, but probably keepable.
Yeah, I I got a little mulligan happy last game.
Yeah, it was definitely a reasonable call in the blind, though. We have seen that our deck is just kind of like a little underpowered compared to the field if we're not performing at in like the top 25% of our progressions, right? So
yeah,
I respect it.
Are we just getting a Triome here?
Yes, I think so. Okay.
We've got gas.
We do have lots of gas. All right. Lily or Souls? Lily or Souls?
Do
you smell a counter spell?
Yeah, I think they're
I
not
think, yeah,
bluffing.
I agree. All right. Good call. And I had kind of the same feeling here. That definitely works. Now, if they'll just be so kind as to tap out, we can get him to Tourach going. No, maybe not. All right. Oof. Some relatively poor draws. Do you want to maybe just Eternalize here and try to double spell next turn? Do you want to test him for another counter spell?
I think we go for something here. I think we might have a window.
All right, let's go for the Tourach, because he's like, if he gets countered, that sucks, but it's not totally unbeatable for them. They can just Fatal Push him, right? So, like, it's not like he's our very best card if he resolves. He's just quite good.
Right, and he's resilient to their prismatic endings.
Yeah. All right, let's go for a high upside play. No second counter spell. They don't have Archmage's. They just have another counter spell. Jeez. Okay. Well,
Didn't read him for that.
no. I mean, it was definitely possible, but yeah, it's not that likely. They still have no Archmage's Charm, no Cryptic, no Snap counter spell. So now hopefully we can resolve something, and I guess it better be Lily. We might as well lead on Souls in that case.
Yeah. Wow. 3.
3 it is. All right. This is good, though. This is a good one. Just get rid of the land, or maybe the ending. Probably the land.
Yeah, also getting rid of the dragons free if you want.
I think I'd rather have the front half and the back half, kind of like a Lingering Souls.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know what Prismatic Ending hits, but maybe they've been like slow rolling a Tef so they can hold up all these counter spells. We get a Cryptic out with the first Lily take up. That's sweet.
Wow. I got prismatic ending.
Yeah, it could be. Could be for sure. So we need to keep drawing guess if that's the case, no question about it. Yep. Discard spell would be pretty hype. Spell into Eternalize, we'd take that. Painful Truths? Yeah, that's actually pretty sick.
I get 3 colors for it.
Yeah, let's draw 3 while we can. All right. Nothing we can do right now unless we want to main phase a Guile, which probably not. Or do we?
I mean, we can hit a lot of counter spells.
Let's actually. I think we actually maybe should. Let's do it. Exile, make a spirit. All right. Painful Truths with a nice moment. You'll love to see that.
Yes.
All right. I
Up
think
on cards against the control deck.
I think we're supposed to play the swamp with an eye toward the Castle Locthwain, and then I kind of want to Eternalize from the graveyard before I cast from hand. Gives us more flexibility, beats Rest in Peace better. Tapping the mana correctly would help. Okay. I'm back with it, sorry. My energy is flagging, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna get there.
I get it.
Really unfortunate that we have these two endings in hand rather than like a proactive follow-up like another Lily or a Kaya. Yeah, can you imagine that? That'd be so sick. But
Right. You know, it's funny that Green-Red League I finished earlier today. I think I finished it in about 50 minutes.
yeah, I believe it. That was actually something I was looking forward to, even though, like, obviously the quick losses don't feel the best, right? But my leagues have
Yeah.
been trended towards such long ones lately that I definitely wouldn't have hated that.
Yeah.
I'm simply thinning with this. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. I mean, we could be playing into a sweeper, but I think we just jam.
Yeah, what did I have here?
5, 6, 7. Kaya's Guile, it kind of looks like.
Okay.
Oh, a fourth land joins the fray. A fifth land. Oh, a fully entwined Guile. Yeah, that'll do it.
That's cool.
It is. It's pretty good, but
That's like using all the modes of that one blue card. What is it, Sublime Epiphany or something?
right. I think I like the souls better than the other dragon here. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can castle.
Yep. Or play flash. I was gonna just flashback and keep the pressure
Oh
on.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No reason to take 4.
Yeah, not quite yet. It's another reason these endings are awkward, right? They're just riding in hand and making castle worse, but
But once he plays that, damn it.
you know, at least our board can pretty easily handle him at the moment.
Bounces the 4/4.
Yeah, makes sense. But again, a very beatable use case for Jace. I'm just going to send them all at Jace. Although with only one card in hand, maybe one should go at them. Jace,
Yeah.
Jace, Jace.
Down to one card. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's a sweeper. I'm pretty sure they would have used that and then tried to stick Jace after the fact. So, looks to me like they're playing in just about entirely off the top. It wasn't permission, obviously, either. So if they're playing entirely off the top, what will they find? Big Teferi? Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it goes, but you know, if we end up winning this one, it maybe just helps our clock a little bit more. I don't know. Okay, just no cryptic, right? Just no cryptic.
There's no way, right? So, hmm. So first we try to attack, or
Yeah, they're waiting at our draw step. This makes me think they have a cryptic, and they're like, do we fire it off at the first possible chance? But yeah, I agree. Go to attacks first. I'm going to send them all at Tef. Just even getting some loyalty down is good, and there is no... Nice.
Smallpox.
Yeah, let's go for a Smallpox.
Tap for white. Oh.
Might as well main phase this.
Yeah.
The main man, the spirit. Alright, OP's flooding but not scooping, despite being behind on the clock. Interesting. Alright, we keep drawing some beef here. Oh. Alright, they're clearly sixth.
Now we take him down to 1 and just let him sit there. Last card in hand.
Timely reinforcements. Whoa. The game goes on. We can exile one of them. Don't know if that's worth it. Don't know if it's worth doing the math or if we just jam. Okay.
We can.
Let's just fully escalate. Yep. Just don't want to think too much about it. And then I think I'm just going to ending a soldier. Okay. All right. Got every chance of winning one way or the other this game 3. I'm going to take a moment here just to...
Yeah.
Come down after that frenetic clicking, and I don't really see anything else that should be in our deck, do you?
Nah.
Nah. Alright. Oops. Hey. Alright. Then back into the breach. Once more into the breach we go.
Here we go.
Seconds taken down, OP. I hate to be that guy, but we came here to win. Looks like a totally fine keep to me.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have like a threat or a way to win the game, but we sure do rip their hand to absolute shreds. We can turn 3 Smallpox into Flagstones as things stand. Opponent's mulling deep. Oh my goodness. They're really not... I don't think they're going to be able to win the game in this time, given all the things that I just said.
Well, maybe they're on the sideboard into Polymorph Platinum Empyrean plan.
Uh-oh, I didn't think of that one. They may have us if that's the case. I'm going to take this up. We got plenty more time to hit the other stuff. I really think they should have responded with the op, but certainly they're just sixing to save time, and I get it.
Ashiok, huh?
Whoa, seems okay. Seems okay. We're going to get a big knockout blow with the Smallpox unless they draw a counterspell here. We could Thoughtseize to clear the way.
Yeah.
But no, then we can't cast Smallpox itself, so I guess we just kind of... Or we can't cast it with Flagstone, so I think we just go for it, especially because we drew another one.
Yeah. Yeah, let's Smallpox.
Tough call, actually, there, but whatever. Ooh, they pitch Vindicate? They hold on to Verdict? That can't be right in that spot.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd say. Alright, they draw land right away. Let's just draw Lily. Or creatures or something. Okay. With the draw of another land, we probably just Smallpox again here.
Yeah, you could do.
I think it's fine either way.
Yeah.
I don't think the OP is coming back from this to beat us in time either way. I'm not going to crack clearing, so I'm just going to 6 here. Oh, they rip-opt.
Let's roll those dice.
Oh, man. They're recovering really well from our really insane LD, but that's alright, because we're just going to Vindicate. Oh my god. This is goofy.
Yeah, this is I think if you like this type of deck, I mean that's gonna make
Stop,
you
OP.
happy.
Stop, OP.
Do it to him.
Marvelous
Again.
draw. Marvelous draw. Alright, I think we get rid of one opt and a Guile, kind of splitting the difference between a Snapcaster target that's good early and the cards we eventually want to get rid of. LP's coming right back from all the LD. That's alright.
Oh, it's so fast.
Yeah, or are they? Oh my god. I think this is just worth everything that we've been through, Connor.
Yeah, I mean the thumbnail is gonna be 4 Vindicates.
Yep. Will they draw like the 8th runner land? No, they finally don't. Let's go. Ooh.
We can pop them for 6.
Sure can. What is this going to be? A little Tef Bounce the Spirit? They've been playing pretty quick this game. You have to give them that. Maybe Kaya's Guile. Ooh, Prismatic Ending for our Kaya. That's kind of rough.
Feels bad.
Yep. Alright. I don't think we need to main phase this one. Because Kaya took all their good cards out of the graveyard anyway. I guess they could snap Ending, but in response we'll just Guile, right? Alright, so with them doing nothing, I kind of want to just make the token here.
Yeah.
Cool? Alright.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Increases our clock. Now we can start activating Castle, and that gives us probably more inevitability than we needed, but we'll certainly take it.
Man, Castle is just basically Library of Alexandria, if you close your eyes.
It's so true. They really have drawn a whole lot of lands, and now it's starting to be kind of bad for them to do so, but... Ooh.
Let's go.
Let's go, land. Yup, never didn't have it. Look at our life total.
Playing fast and loose with that.
Yep. Alright, OP's got one shot at it, and if they sweep us up, we eternalize, but they don't. Hey, nice, we didn't even win on the clock. We won fair and square with some sweet depletion. Nicely done, man, and look at us clawing our way back into contention. It's not a 1-4, we can say that. So can we make it positive? Let's find out in round 5. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. That was actually, I think, a very entertaining game 3, at least from our perspective. So, hey, getting our Smallpox on, and let's see what we can do in the final round. Solid enough 2-lander, I agree. OP Mullen, let's go. We love that on this deck more than almost anything. Against most opponents with our hand, if we draw the 3rd land by turn 3, I'm feeling real good. We don't even need the Smallpox necessarily for that to be true. Okay, a 1-land Shivan Reef Keep.
Storm, baby, storm.
Yeah, interesting.
So my thought is take the rituals, take the mana reducers.
I often agree, but with their one land keep and with our like hand of removal spells, I don't know if we're supposed to
Oh,
do that. You know what I mean? Like taking a Seer
yeah.
Visions makes a lot of sense here to me.
Yeah, okay.
This does have a fail rate if we don't hit our third land ever. But then we
Okay.
can like emergency smallpox and take it from there. If we lose, like if they curve out perfectly and we just dud,
Yeah.
then we could lose.
If we
Right off the top, that's a beating. Actually, that is a beating.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna hit a
Oh,
land
but
and
yeah,
smallpox them.
exactly. But I don't think we smallpox. I think we just let them
Yeah, that's
play.
fine.
Yeah, because like if we had more than 3 drops in our hand, but they probably topped a third land, which is going to be pretty bad if so. Oh, you know, I didn't even necessarily think they'd tap out. That's great for us.
Get ready for
Ready
some
for the
Lily
Lily.
action.
Yeah. I was born ready, my friend. I haven't seen Storm in quite a while.
Yeah. Well, it is in the. No, I was gonna say the 04 bracket, but we're not playing that badly.
No, we're 2-2, man. Come on.
Um, yeah, it's been a while. Well, who is it? Brian Cook. He's been doing the.
Whoa. Flagstones.
We got there.
Yeah. All
He's
right,
been
so we
doing the
should.
Twiddle Storm thing.
Yeah, sure. Makes. Yeah, that's definitely got a lot of the energy out of the room for the Storm family. So what do we do? Flagstones into Smallpox, pitching clearing, hanging on to our other removal. Um, and if
Yes.
and if so, we're also ticking up, so we do have to lose one of the other spells. And we should tick up first and maybe just lose the Kaya. I don't know if it's Kaya or Vindicate. Kaya's a win con.
Um, Kaya.
But like
Kaya
Vindicate's.
feels very strong because if they're on the Past in Flames version, right?
Yeah, but like, can they even function if we go like Smallpox with Flagstones into Vindicate next
No,
turn with like
no.
Lily? So yeah, it's kind of close either way. Either way, we tick up first, I guess, and we're pitching clearing first. So let's just get that out of the way. We could also. No, it's got to be correct to Smallpox.
Yeah, it's the name of the deck. It's got to be right.
You make a great point. Yeah, I guess. Doesn't feel good to lose her, but feels much, much worse for the opponent. I think we can be assured of that. So they discarded a ritual. They're hanging on to that remand for dear life, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
In the face of an active Lily, I don't know if I would expect that per se, like as a general rule, but
It seems like the time for it to be good is gone.
yeah, I kind of agree. All right, well, let's just get rid of the swamp. Seems great. Maybe they pitch it now, and then we Vindicate a land. No. All right, I don't think we play into the remand at all, do you?
No.
Okay. Yep, we're really punishing them for that play pattern as much as we can. Nice one. And if they once again hang on to their remand, which they do, I think we just once again say go, and when we draw a land, we get to double spell through it, or maybe finally tick up and get it out of their hand. Maybe they tap out for a cost reducer.
That feels good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't play it, but
yeah, I think we're probably discarding it, actually, don't you?
yeah, I mean, it's like
This is just good for us. Like, if this play pattern keeps going, again, if we draw a land, we're double spelling, and if not, we just like have an active unchallenged Lily. They're not going anywhere.
it's so interesting.
Yeah, they just really want their remand to be good. It's probably like a one of that they weren't sure about, and they're like, I'm going to justify this inclusion. All right, there it is. So
I think we just
I think
land.
I think we lead on souls. They're going to remand it, and if they don't, we tick up and pitch the land, and if they do, we play the Vindicate and then
Okay.
tick up.
Yeah. Like, thank God. Something for me to remand.
Right? Wish? Whoa,
Yeah, that's the
sweet. I didn't know that was in vogue.
that's a standard thing now, I think. So anyway, the last time we were together, I was talking about my black-green food deck, and we were playing it.
Yep.
So now that I've gotten all the pieces
Sorry,
in
just gotta tell you,
paper,
they had another remand in hand. That's hilarious. Anyway,
That's
yeah, go
so-
ahead.
so now that I've got it in paper, basically everybody has moved away from it because it's the worst version of the deck.
Classic.
So
That feels bad, man.
I'm trying to see how I can make it bearable while I save up enough money to switch it over to Esper.
Well, people in the comments, any ideas for that? You can, of course, help Connor out. That I shouldn't laugh at that. That is kind of rough, but it does happen.
No, it's okay.
I don't remember the last time I got a Lily to 10. We got that going for us. This has been quite the league.
Yeah, this is all a bunch of ups and downs.
Yeah. They didn't. Oh, they couldn't bolt the Lily off of Island. Makes sense. I'm amazed. I think like 90% of Storm players specifically would be scooping it here. Because like Storm players seem to know kind of when they're beaten and want to go to the next one, in my experience.
Yeah.
OP's really trooping it out here, but now we're showing them an actual clock, so.
They're gonna roast it
Oh no.
or whatever.
Or whatever. They're gonna concede to Timeless Dragon. Dude, this card could be a thumbnail contender. It's been pretty good for us at both ends of the curve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I love Brutality here. I've not that we've really drawn it, but I think our league has vindicated this change for sure. I've wanted to bring in this one of a whole lot. Sanctifier seems pretty great, and Kaya's Guile, fine.
Yeah.
I'm into these 5. I'm willing to hear any other thoughts, but
No, I agree with those.
all right. I think maybe we just want to get faster, so I'm thinking we could cut like a Painful Truths, a Souls, maybe 2 Souls easily enough. Removal's pretty important, but is like the third dam a little bit of overkill? Potentially.
Well, it depends on if they're
yeah.
switching into like a
I was going to say
into
it's
the
an
Warrens
out
thing.
to the goblins. That's exactly what I was just thinking. Maybe Nether Spirit is too grindy. I don't know. I could also cut a Tourach on the draw and play with more like max removal.
Yeah. Um, are they going to be bringing in Blood Moon?
I don't know.
They weren't a Blood Moon deck. What I was going to suggest was I don't think there's going to be any permanents that are 3 CMC that we need to hit with Prismatic Ending, so we could take out our Triome.
That's a thought. My counterpoint would be the outside chance of Blood Moon, which I don't think they're on because they didn't show fetch lands, but more importantly, Aria Flame. Like, if we're going to shade away from removal, I think it probably would be one of our dams. Like, still having 2 sweepers is pretty good. But I don't know. I think Tourach is too slow on the draw.
Sure.
But I respect if you want to keep it in as a one of. Like, we don't have many threats, so he is kind of a clock.
Cut him.
All right. We'll bring him back on the play if we have to. But we're not going to have to. It's going to be just like game 1 with a Liliana on 10 loyalty.
I mean, this
but
has
good.
The makings.
It does. If they maul, I'm keeping. I'd be a little sketched out if they kept a good 7, but let's keep, eh?
Yeah, they mulliganed to 6.
Yeah, they never had a quick start in their lives.
Inquisition off the top.
Yeah, dude. IOK into Smallpox off the top. That's the 1-2 punch of dreams that we need to finish this league on a very high note.
Okay. So
that's actually a pretty great draw. I think we should probably play Urborg here in case we draw Smallpox next turn.
Yeah.
I really like having a turn 2 kill spell though here. That's the one thing our hand lacked besides discard. Uh-oh, they're gonna remand our Cling to Dust. Are you prepared?
Yikes.
We're gonna scoop go to game 3. Oh no, thank God they didn't have it. Okay. Whew. The game goes on.
We lucked out there, actually.
Man. Yup. Don't you know it. Alright, well, a couple of medium at best cards off the top. Means that we kind of just get to bluff removal as hard as we can here and hope they don't challenge it, and also hope they don't have land into cost reducer, into rituals, into the kill. And they don't. Leading off on Serum Visions, playing a more grindy game. I respect it. But I'm glad to see it. Top. Okay. That's frightening.
He really wants those cards.
Yep. Yeah, this is a little bit rough. Like, I can see setting them back with a Vindicate, but I can also see just playing Liliana, working on their resources. Either way, we could get remanded again. Of course, I think it's got to be one of the two.
Yeah, I say play the Flagstones and then Lily.
I think I...
Bitch of souls.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Haha, you didn't see this coming.
Outplayed. Alright. Definitely a pretty scary stage of the game from here on out, but once again, the fact that they kick off with the Visions gives us some modicum of relief here. Really want to draw a discard spell off the top. Bro, they are a fetchless Blood Moon deck? Really? Man, this card is beating us today.
That's so funny.
That is grotesque. I cannot believe that. I've literally never seen that, and granted, I'm not a Storm player, but that goes entirely against what I know about Storm. But
Now he's just gonna ritual off with
yep,
Aria of Flames.
exactly.
That's so funny.
What a way to lose. What a way to lose.
Is this game 3?
Now it's 2.
Oh,
We've got the knowledge about Moon. We're going to be on the play. It's going to be fine, but very rude. And obviously Manamorphose to fix as well.
Manamorphose. Now there's a card I could see getting banned.
It's always. I think it's been on the watch list literally since I've played Modern. For about at least 4 years now, something like that, I would say.
Yeah.
I definitely respect that. Oops. Didn't even notice. Not that that matters in the least. We'd probably be ditching it to hand size anyway. The beats.
I was gonna say, how did he play that within the Manamorphose?
Yep.
I was like, what's going on?
All right, give us a Plains off the top. Let us cast a Lingering Souls. Let us cast a Prismatic Ending, actually, would probably be the first thing to cast. Get rid of the Baral. As you say, here come those rituals. I imagine that's going to take care of us here, whatever they get. The other thing is that this card... Did they tutor a Lightning Bolt from their sideboard?
Or no.
That...
So Wish says you don't have to reveal anything.
Right.
It just says you may play a card.
Okay, that's probably what they got. Yeah, okay. Good enough for me. Yeah, the Blood Moon, man. The Blood Moon. So foolish.
That's so funny.
Well, now that we know they have Arya and Blood Moon, Fragmentize is interesting, but it's sorcery, so we still kind of need to have the planes rolled up, but we can hopefully manage that.
We can get a planes.
Yeah. It'll be fine to get a planes, I agree. We should leave all these in the deck to help us do that. I kind of want to just cut all the souls, but like we have such a bad clock even before that. These girls help with it though. So what about 1 souls? 1
Prismatic Ending?
Sure,
I don't know.
Seems fine. They've been pretty bad for us overall, so let's cut 1 to send a message.
Let them know that they're not performing well.
Indeed. We're functional. It's unimpressive, but I think we probably keep.
I mean, it can... If they keep a risky hand and this Inquisition does some work...
Yep.
Let's do it.
I don't think we mull
Inquisition
functional hands. Yeah, we love that.
And then next turn we get the basic planes.
Yep.
Take that fucking remand.
Talk about sending a message. All right. I was going to talk it out, but the way you said it with such hatred, I just had no choice.
It's like such a fun card.
All right, so we still know their whole hand. Ooh. So we can get Swamp here and then go get basic plains on the unstep. Seems great for not losing to Blood Moon. We're actually still not really accomplishing all that much.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get Moon this time, OP.
They thought.
Yeah, they did think. They just put a Blood Moon on top of their library, the fools.
That's what you get for thinking.
Yep.
Can't get us. We're ungettable.
So true. Oh my god, deck. Alright. Do we want to Vindicate just to kind of set him off curve?
Yeah.
I think probably, yeah. Might as well do it off Flagstones. We know they got a couple more lands in hand, so this is a pretty poor use of a spell when we're this flooded, but like, I feel pressed into that because we're at sorcery speed more than anything with all of our interaction.
Yeah.
Ritual. Oh, yeah. No. And we've already used our Vindicate. Bruh.
Classic.
Okay, Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
Do we Eternalize, or do we probably still Thoughtseize?
Yeah, I like that.
Pieces of the puzzle, sure. Probably gotta take that. And then I think we are gonna cycle Triome.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't side in any green cards, did we? No.
No, it's only those three in the whole deck as far as I know.
You've played right into our trap, bro.
Ain't that the truth? Oh my god. Yeah, that's it. Let's go. Alright. And we know about that card. We did it. So...
F6th.
Alright, now it's a top deck war, but we've got the dragon in the bin. Really? Yeah, really. Really? Really, OP? Believe it.
He's a little upset.
Woohoo! Talk about really.
Yeah.
Really? Timeless Dragon is this good, really? Yes.
Yeah, we play 5/5 flyers for 5.
Yeah. GG? Timeless Dragon OP? Connor, are we making the comeback of the century?
I think so.
I don't want to speak too soon, but like that's obvious that we are, right? they did the other, really.
Yeah.
I wish I could post the Chad yes meme into this text box right now.
You gotta green shot the text box right there, and then put that is one of the corners of the thumbnail.
There it is. I mean, of all the things that we could have, like the 5/5 is good, but not even really the best. We're a mid-range deck, man. We got bombs.
Exactly.
Opponent doing a little rebuilding, but okay.
We give him no time.
We give him no mercy. I think that's the play. It's gonna feel bad to not double spell here and not advance the clock, but just breaking up their resources. And crucially, you know what this beats? This beats Remand. Are we gonna see a third really with more like for real? Oh man. We won't say anything. It's okay. It's all good. Zero card advantage and smoothest draws ever. Okay, if these were the smoothest draws ever, I don't think we'd have 6 lands with no utility lands on the field. But look at that. That's one of the most hard-earned chests of my life. Good job, Connor. And let's go. Let's go talk about it in the wrap-up.
Down here, all we know is salt.
That's right. There is. I don't see any salt-producing lands, in our repertoire here. But surely there are some. It's the only explanation for that round 5. But dude, after some bad breaks, and like we said at the time, the deck actually looked kind of good. We were just getting a little bit nut drawn. And the comeback of the century, the comeback kings. Let's go, justifying the selection of the deck today, because I would say that even though it's obviously not a tier 1 deck, we saw a lot of reasons to be on the Smallpox plan in these colors. We saw Timeless Dragon put in a real shift. We saw the Smallpox plan actually work pretty well, at least some of the time. And otherwise, we saw like a really respectable mid-range game plan. I personally just continue to love Vindicate every time I play it. It is crucial to giving this deck in these colors and other decks like it in these colors kind of the missing like Maelstrom Pulse, Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy type energy that you get out of BGX. Those are my thoughts anyway. Our sideboard ended up being not the most impactful. It was really the main deck doing all of the heavy lifting. So, Connor, any thoughts on this one, my friend? How do you feel?
I think that, one, I'm incredibly happy with their performance on the back half of the league. But I think that this deck was set up to beat a very specific group of decks.
Yeah.
And I don't think we saw any of those decks today.
No, for sure. Yeah. Being able to bring in a pile of artifact hate on top of our main deck game plan seems incredible against those matchups that we're obviously gunning for and didn't see at all today. So well said, and I agree.
But I mean, other than that, I think this deck was super sweet. Tons of little odds and ends type cards, I think, where you can play around with.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what you're feeling.
Yep.
And you get to play Lingering Souls in Modern in 2021.
It's true, and we almost have Lingering Souls 5 through 7 in the form of Dragon, just in the fact that it's like a two-sided card, right? I really got that feeling in the Control matchup where it's one of those. And Lingering Souls is clunky, and it does one thing and does it really, really well. Timeless Dragon is kind of a modal two-sided card, if you will. So that is definitely the card that I come away being the most impressed with, but I do agree that, like, we get to play Souls, we get to have a cohesive game plan, and we do have some flexibility in terms of the build. Obviously, a card like Painful Truths not strictly necessary. Tourach is a one-of. You could go up, you could go down. Cards like, other Dead Guile staples, whether they be creatures, removal spells, what have you, those are all in the maybe board as far as I can tell, although certainly you have different incentives when you're on this Flagstones plan than you would with a normal mid-range deck. So yeah, for the Pox lovers out there, I hope you enjoyed this one. I kind of wish we had a bit of a stronger start, but we got pretty unlucky in round one, and just like a terrible matchup with Enchantress, right? And then we got beat by a Shadow Master. Shout out again to Control Freak, aka Mike, patron of the channel, upstanding member of the community and Twitch streamer. Go check him out if you want some Shadow content, and especially if you want to see him beating us on the other side of this. Even in that matchup, Connor, we put up a pretty good display. He just had a nutty progression in Game 3 when it really mattered on the play. So yeah, after a very inauspicious start, maybe, Connor, we broke the curse. We'll have to see next time, but for now, we're ending on a really high note, and thank you for joining me. So hope you guys out there enjoyed it. We will be playing more games very soon for you on the channel as always, and until then, take care, and I will talk to you soon.